You know, in corporate America, I was a project manager. Um, and get this light right. And as a project manager, I was responsible for implementing software systems, HRS systems. If you ever work for a company, you know what I'm talking about because you've received the paycheck. And you would be surprised at how much work it goes into creating that paycheck. All your deductions, or your FICA, your FUTA. This is how I knew that these are a bunch of damn crooks. If you ever implemented a HRS system, but my responsibility was to implement these systems, and I had to follow a project plan. It's an implementation project manager. I had to follow the project plan, and it's so important to understand uh, process and setting realistic goals because when a company is spending 50,000, 70,000, 100,000, 250,000, based on the features of that software to manage their HRS systems, you better know what you're talking about. You better know exactly what you're talking about because see, there's no slip ups in that arena. There's no oops, I lost $100,000 account because I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So when I come on here and I talk to you about these things, and I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. I had a very long day on a land, running water lines, electrical lines. I'm beat, but it's important to understand how to set realistic goals and aspirations because if you don't understand what is achievable and what is not achievable, you're going to live in a fantasy world. You're going to live in a situation, or you're going to be in a situation in your mind where uh, thoughts are entering it. And these thoughts are grandeur. See, this is what happened to Elder Rufus. He thought that the thoughts that entered his mind about correcting someone that was greater than himself, someone that made him, someone that cultivated him, he thought that because he was getting uh, elevation, uh, motivation, and encouragement from another man, that he thought that he was something above what he thought he was. But he found out quick, fast, and there. But I digress. Uh, you're going to have to make sure that you're setting realistic goals and aspirations. Uh, because again, we have in this world people that say that they can achieve one thing, but when you look at their walk, when you look at them through time, you find out that they're a whole bunch of hot air. And we're living in a time now where all the talk is over. Inflation is rising, um, the cost of living, food, uh, the quality of everything is going down. You look at your average product is laced with bioengineered food, and this is why people can't think straight. Uh, it's time to focus on uh, the get shit done. I remember Elder Os used to always say, we need more people from the tribe of get shit done. And that's just what we don't have. We have a whole bunch of talkers. We have a whole bunch of vain talkers. We have a whole bunch of people that, like Elder Rufus or Pastor Rufus, and we're gonna find out what he can produce shortly because he can't live off the saints anymore. But I'm sorry, I digress. But it's just so hot in my spirit. But uh, we don't need people that can talk the talk. We need people, and you need to focus on associating with people that can walk the walk. Because see, anybody can say that they can do something, but when it comes times to the actual performance, we see if y'all's backing them. We see if they're blessed in the labor of their hands. We see if they can get shit done. So it's so important to focus on realistic goals, Write them down. Me personally, I write all my stuff down now. Budgets, um, time frames. I mean, it looks old and beat up. It's my business account at Regents, but it looks old and beat up. But I got all of my information, my budget and everything. I keep track of things because it's important to have things written down so that you know what's realistic from what's not realistic, from shit that you can get done, from the things that you can't get done. I don't stretch myself beyond my means. I only do what I'm capable of, and I thank the Father that I'm capable of a lot because He's blessed the labor of my hands. Uh, but focus on, excuse me, focus on uh, realistic goals and setting those goals and hitting those goals. Focus on people that's getting shit done, and surround yourself and associate with people that are getting shit done. And you'll be better off in the long run. Uh, it's just a fact. Um, Stay encouraged.